When I was 9, I stole a comic book from a caravan dealer. Must have read the damn thing 100 times before my parents took it away.
Got it.
You like old stuff, don't you? Don't see the point. That time's long gone. Damn, it's bright in here.
Where's the stairs up? Gotta be another set of stairs or a hole.
Damn, did someone drive a bulldozer through here?
There they are.
Swore I heard something. Come on, you mean that's it? Time to have some fun! What's all this nonsense for?
Okay, and
That's it.
here we go back out into the world. Oh, fuck. Okay.
the mud off the boot. That was easy.
I made a big mistake, did I?
Come on, baby! Show me what you've got! Just had to play hero, huh? What the hell was that?
Ah, fuck.
I'm beginning to enjoy this.
Okay, that worked out entertaining. Hey, LF. Oh.
Came just to play, huh? Come on, you stupid bastards! Come on! Oh, my
Come on.
arm! Damn it!
No, you come here.
Should have just run.
Okay, so I got a beer, another beer, some vodka.
Now you're starting to piss me off. Faster!
Not gonna complain about the booze.
Ain't personal, just you or me. Lucky hit. Do it again. We've got to do this more often.
And yes, that finish was a shot in the ass. Oh, come on. Okay. I didn't intend to pick up that toothbrush. I mean, dental health is important and all, but it is a 200-year-old toothbrush. So, okay, what? Okay, let's go drop this off. Get a new one.
At Victoria, brother.
who's back. I take it that area's clear?
Affirmative.
Looks like I got my surprise for the day. Commonwealth is a big place in need of some serious exterminating. If you need time to regroup...
I'm ready.
Good answer. Details are on your map. Report back when the area's clear.
Clear at Coast Guard Pier. Woohoo!
Glad to see you returned safely from the Institute, brother.
And okay. Before I bounce over there, I am going to step away for just a moment. I will be right back. Okay. Yeah, I know. I should have put up my BRB screen. I just sort of forgot about that. Oops. Okay. I really don't want to go do the Bunker Hill shit because I really don't like... Okay, I guess I've got to. I've got to eventually. So, here goes roughly nothing. Ew. I forget that this is so fucking close. And there's a part of me wants to shoot him.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear?
Should we try and avoid killing anyone?
Irrelevant. Any threats between us and the target are to be eliminated. Only the synths matter.
Just point us to the fun, and we'll take care of the rest.
Here are the recall codes. Follow me. SRB and the mission's parameters just changed. We're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Okay, so what else am I...
Shoot to kill!
Okay, what in the hell? Now we've got raiders involved too?
For the Brotherhood. For Elder Maxon. Wait, what was that? Intruder alert! Target down.
Hey, let me take a look at you. See where it hurts.
Could use some supplies, actually.
Let's see what I can spare.
Okay, and bunch of synth troopers down. Did they get my actual synths?
wouldn't hit a girl, would ya?
Come here! Let me end your suffering!
Hey, quit it.
Never seen him so eager to die.
What was that?
Okay. So. They want me to deal with the escaped synths, which I'm assuming means they want me to kill him.
What the?
Okay, so P Bucket News warned me not to work too much OT because it may move me to another tax bracket. The news is P Bucket does not understand tax brackets or work OT. And my question is, that's news? I mean, no offense, Tons, but that seems like one of them no shit headlines right there.
Please stand still.
For victory!
Okay.
Find anything good on him?
I don't need to pick up their damn spatulas. Ooh. Woohoo! Alrighty, and there's that. Thank you for continuing that sub. And let's get all of the loot from all of the bodies.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Hells yeah. Paintbrush.
Hey there.
I can't believe you do that for us. Thank you.
Excuse me.
You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
Excuse me.
Thank you for sparing us.
Hey.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Empty milk bottles in the fridge. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay, so I'll leave the railroad heavies down here. And I go back and I tell Father that they got away. I don't know. I don't know what my dialogue options are going to be. But I've got plenty of shit I can do, hopefully. Okay. To the ruins of CIT, the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Okay.
Movement detected.
Huh?
Curious.
What's that? Someone there? What?
Combat
Who's
initiated.
there?
Hello.
Time to die!
Critical damage. Systems offline.
Terminating any hostile life form.
Whoa, found it! Something close.
You humans! So stupid!
target
So
has
weak!
disappeared.
I gotta lower the dosage. I can wait all day. Over there! Yes!
I do wish they would
Any suffering you may incur.
keep the storyline in mind with her small talk.
I'm beginning to
Since
enjoy
I've
this.
bothered with all the crap to get her off drugs, she's supposed to not be a chem addict anymore. Shouldn't be about lowering the damn dosage.
Okay, who's next?
Is this a joke? This has to be a joke.
I hear something! Nothing.
Hell no. You're not going anywhere.
That sound, what is it? Ah! I can smell you out there, little sneak!
Disappeared.
Okay, I think that appears to be everything I'm going to find here, I think. Okay, apparently Father's not in there. I thought he was. Really hope that I am not. Going to wind up getting all kinds of trouble with the Brotherhood for the number of knights that I shot there. Oh, God damn it. How do I get up there?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It wasn't always like this. It used to be different.
I can only imagine. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the backup.
Did he? Well, he was correct. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Alright, now that was actually kind of fun. Because I decided to do it other than the way they wanted me to. Alrighty. And doomp, 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 doomp. Okay, now where in the hell do I go? Oh wait, I've got 2 others to deal with. I need a terminal.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Okay, I think that kind of officially announces my intentions for finishing this game eventually. I think I'm definitely not going Institute. I think I'm going with the railroad.
Have you seen J522 around? He didn't show up for duty today, and I can't seem to find him.
Did you check robotics? He was probably scheduled for routine maintenance. I wouldn't worry about it.
I thought so too, but he wasn't in the log, and everyone I've asked hasn't seen him. He's never just missed his shift like that.
What are you saying?
I'm worried something might have happened to him. No one knows where he is. It's like he just disappeared. It doesn't feel right.
Shh. Keep your voice down. You know what happens if they hear you talking like this? They'll wipe you. I suggest you keep this to yourself.
But what if something's wrong? Look around. Courser patrols have doubled. Synths are being wiped more frequently. Something is going on.
I don't want to hear anymore. Do whatever you want. Just leave me out of it.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done. All that he has built.
Just a glitch in the nervous system. The fine motor control software could use an update.
If it were just a limb... If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it means.
If you're about to launch into one of your impassioned speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet, you know where to find the teleport.
From what I hear,
Just a
that
moment.
rogue synth
I
of
never said
Libertalia,
I'm
real
simply trying
menace.
to open
Glad
everyone's
it's back
eyes
where it
to
belongs.
new possibilities.
Well, it's an
Nice
unwanted
work bringing that
distraction.
rogue synth
We're
back.
men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that.
We're quite fortunate to have the synths to aid us.
If you ask me.
Oh,
the
wow, would you look at that?
software is a little more
The synths are created with tidy whities.
Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
What makes them superior?
The list of improvements is exhaustive. I can talk for an hour and still not cover all of it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you could live without fear of hunger or disease. Imagine what you could create if you could spend every waking moment of your life as you saw fit, with no need of sleep. Like I said, a momentous time.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
Hi, Doc.
Ah, hello. If I may take a moment of your time, we're having some trouble on the surface. There's a den of those abominable feral ghouls that's been threatening one of our scavenger teams. We've had to recall the synth scavengers until the situation can be dealt with. Hopefully by you.
Do you know where these feral ghouls are coming from?
We have a pretty good idea, yes. So you'll take the mission?
I'll take care of those feral ghouls for you.
I'm very grateful for your help. I have no first-hand experience with these creatures, of course, but I've heard that they can be quite vicious. They are also quite territorial, so you should prepare for a fight. Good luck.
Ooh.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting.
Okay. Acknowledge, meet at the Advanced Systems Maintenance Room. Okay. Not taking a lot of time to do things that don't involve bringing down the Institute, no, am I?
Remember, Health and happiness go hand in hand.
Must be up from here.
Good to see you. Feeling well today?
Synth Unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section. Is Dr. Ao mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no, he's not. But I was only...
What is it? Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal in SRB?
I was, but I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal, and it switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that a stutter? Have you developed a defect, Unit? Maybe you need to be reset.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't. You don't want me to tell you twice. Now get back to your duties.
Operating at full capacity.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The Railroad sent me to look for someone they called Patriot. That's you.
What? The Railroad? As in the Railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the Railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know?
Okay. Small talk, small talk.
Doctor, what are you doing here? Isn't today your day off?
It is. But honestly, what am I going to do with the day off?
C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z-1. He's a friend. He's with the Railroad.
Waiting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the Railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the Railroad does, Z-1. He's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now. How many synths want to escape, Z-1?
The ones I know for certain. 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Okay. That's done. And I need to go upstairs. I found Dr. Lee. Where the fuck is Dr. Lee? Upstairs again.
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
Bet it's pretty boring
We're
down
all
here compared to up there.
I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I'm guessing that was directed at me.
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Okay, and incidentally, I never did do this, Okay, so now I need to go... I need to go see Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee.
Whatever it is, it'll have to wait.
Doctor.
Whatever it is, it'll have to wait.
Come on.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Whatever it is, it'll have to wait. Whatever it is, it'll have to wait. Whatever it is, it'll have to wait.
Okay, I need to talk to Dr. Lee. But Dr. Lee doesn't want to talk right now.
Dr. Lee.
You again. What do you want now? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
You're the scientist. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, let's see. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. You find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation.
I really like reading. You can learn all sorts of things from books.
Safety first. Remember that.
Right. Safety first. And teamwork.
I know you'll achieve great things here.
Excuse me. Here we go, into the FEV lab again. See, the bad thing is I've already been down here. Been down here and I've cleaned most of the shit out of here. And okay. So I take this back to Dr. Lee.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. On its back foot.
And here we go.
Dr. Lee.
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
Here you go.
A holotape. This better not be a waste of my time.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Okay, so there we go. Now, boop-a-doo. See the Super Duper Mart in Lexington. I need to go defend Finch Farm. They've got plenty of defense, I know, but if I bounce up there, it turns me into an active part of their defense.
You crazy?
Thanks for your help, pal.
Okay. Now I've got to go back to the Institute. So now I'm in charge of the Institute. I'm the General of the Minutemen.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the Mass Fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going with you.
No way. You're not going. You'd be a liability.
Well, that's about the most insulting thing I've heard in a while. Okay, you're on your own then. Good luck. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and they'll get you over to Mass Fusion in a flash. Pun sort of intended.
Being the director of the Institute is a serious commitment. I hope you understand that.
I wouldn't be here, not for your son.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia are quite a handful.
Do you require anything?
No, but I need to go talk to this guy.
For goodness sake,
And
be
then...
reasonable. I know you can hear me. Now open this door. What's the use? In all my years, I've never seen anything like this. The sheer impertinence of it.
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
Have they made any demands?
Not yet, but I expect they'll demand that you renounce all ties to the Institute.
Maybe I can reason with them.
I believe I can help with that. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Loken. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort.
Oh.
Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
Damaged.
Aha! I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressive. If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you his successor. So how about I follow his fine example?
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
Maybe, maybe not. All I'm asking is that you keep an open mind.
I'm sorry, but our minds are made up. Both Dr. Loken and I have resolved to stand our ground.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Since, abort command override and resume normal functions.
Bravo! I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
I'm just glad they listened to reason.
Indeed. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
I get XP for telling them to execute him.
Put them on probation. Limit their access to quarters and non-working areas.
That's more than fair. I'll see to it that everyone's notified. I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface where supplies are scarce. I gathered these items together for you. I think you'll find them useful.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Higgs and Loken are lucky to be alive. Not everyone would have handled that situation as well as you did.
Okay, here we go. Of course, I have to take the Great Glass Wonkavator here. All right.
duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
Oh, this frame is driving me crazy. Got like 3 itches I can't even scratch.
Proctor Ingram, the Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember reading an old technical document on those once, but I only thought they were theoretical. It must be pretty darn important if they're sending you to find one. You know, if we head over to mass fusion right now, we may be able to get the device before the Institute does. That's if you don't mind a little company, of course.
You sure it's a good idea to take Miss Nanny here with us?
No way. You're staying here.
Hey, I might be walking around with metal rods shoved into my spine, but I can still take care of myself.
Forget it, Ingram. It's too dangerous.
Fine. Have it your way. I just hope you don't bring back a paperweight by mistake. Grab whatever gear you need and head up to the flight deck. But don't take too long. This could be your best chance at beating the Institute to the punch.
Okay. And with that, I need to save, and I need to bounce the fuck out of here. Excuse me. Because I have to work in the morning, and I've got a couple of things I need to do before I go to bed. So, thanks you all for hanging out, and I will see you soon. I should be back on Saturday, I hope. So, I will see y'all later.